Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. There is a kind of problem and confusion right now at the Synagogue Church of All Nations, and this has to do with leadership. At the moment, some disciples of the late prophet TB Joshua, known as Temitope Balogun Joshua, have been evicted from the Synagogue Church of All Nations. A source who is very close to the family revealed that TB Joshua's wife, Evelyn, evicted the local disciples of the deceased prophet from the church premises, said that the eviction was part of Evelyn Joshua's move to assume leadership of Synagogue Church of All Nations, that those who disrespected her in the past were asked to vacate their church. I'm going to be leaving a video behind so that you can actually see how this eviction is happening. This is really surprising because now is the time that they're all meant to sit down together and put heads together and to see how they can actually get the church up and running, despite the fact that the head of the church is late, knowing that the wife would definitely be the person that will be next in power while other leaders will take up. But now a different story has now come up, in the sense that people that were not loyal to Evelyn Joshua, she has now sent them packing. You could see them packing their bags and leaving the premises, while some other people in the background are cheering up and they are kind of happy and trying to even say, let them see others, that there are some people they're expecting for them to get evicted out of the house. And these disciples asked to leave were those who disrespected her while her husband was still alive. And there was a time when one of the disciples slapped her, but her husband couldn't do anything. They sidelined her. It's a powerful tussle right now in the house. Also, some videos of the disciples vacating the church building. That is what I'm going to be leaving behind for you to also see that this is real. It's not just mere rumor or story. Like we all know that TB Joshua died June 5th, 2021, after a church service. And a few weeks after his death, the popular prophet was buried within the church premises in Lagos State, Nigeria. As he has gone, things would not be the same as it used to be. A lot of changes would happen, definitely, starting from the leadership to other activities that has been happening in the church. But the thing here is this: someone who is close to the family said one of the incidents that actually happened that was so bad that made the wife, that has now even gone further to act on the act she's taking up. One of the disciples there slapped his wife. For what reason? And no matter what the reason would be, the question is, slapping another man's wife, and the person is even saying that late prophet TB Joshua didn't do anything about it. Definitely any human being would be upset if that is really true, that someone slapped the wife and then nothing was done about it. If she's still upset with regards to that, you wouldn't blame her. That is why they said, despite the fact that these people are called men and women of God, they are still human beings. And that's what some people tend to forget. You see them like they are not humans. So when they act on their human nature, they are being condemned and a lot of things are being said about them. Imagine that your husband is in charge of a place and then you're talking to a worker, someone who is under your husband. Obviously, the person is under you because that's your husband. And then you can't talk to the person or ask the person to do something and the person would listen. And there the person is giving you a dirty slap. How are you going to feel? You can't react based on the fact that you are under a kind of instruction or you are working in a situation where you are not meant to retaliate. This kind of a situation, when you get an opportunity to either let the person know that what you did was wrong, you would use the opportunity. It's just like what is happening right now. You can see that Evelyn is now making use of the opportunity she has at hand, which she didn't have earlier. If the story of someone slapping her was true, and then other people who disrespected her while her husband was alive, and she couldn't act because she know her husband may not be in support of that, owing to the fact that she is also the wife to the head of the church. Definitely no retaliation. But now is the time for her to actually exhibit those powers in her hands. Even though some people may look at it like, no, this is uncalled for, or why should you be doing this? Best known to her, probably the pain and the hurt is still inside of her house. So people are in the background cheering and being happy that those people that are seen as the bad eggs are thrown away from the church. I'm sure they never knew that one day Evelyn will be in charge. Probably they were doing that knowing that she can't retaliate, and knowing that her husband would not want such to happen in the church. She took in her patience and swallowed everything, and now she's now exhibiting all the power and authority in her hands. Friends, asking you a question right now. Do you think it's okay for Evelyn to act on this? And then she is evicting all of those people who has treated her badly, who didn't respect her when her husband was still alive, and all of the messy things that happened with some of the disciples that were in the house where the husband was actually heading. And these people are not going to stay in the house anymore. Is that the right approach? And secondly, is she justified for letting all of those people that disrespected her not to be in that church anymore? Please, whatever you think about this action that is happening right now, you could please put that at the comment section. I will be leaving the video behind so that you can also watch for yourself and see how those disciples are being evicted from the house. When one leader goes, another leader comes in, and you don't expect everything to be the same. People have different ways of leadership. People have different ways of organizing things and putting things in place. I'm sure definitely they will still put in mind the fact that the prophet had passed away. Doesn't mean his legacy wouldn't live on. But at the same time, there are certain changes that would happen that may not be okay for some people. You'll get to see that a lot of people may leave the church, people that were there for a long time, people that in some ways certain things had favored them, and then right now they may feel this is not in their favor anymore. They would leave. And you should expect that a lot of people would leave in regards to leadership. Some people may be expecting some sort of appointment should be assigned to them, some sort of leadership should be given to them, and if they are not seeing it, they would leave. This is just the human nature taking place in them. People will be expecting changes. It will favor some and it will not favor some. And obviously, you don't expect people that were either being disrespectful or insultive to Evelyn to still have a place in the church. They may have a place, but not as they would expect, because she may not really act on everybody. She may have certain reservations for certain people with regards to the kind of role that they play. And in the end, you see that there will be a lot of confusion amidst such kind of leadership, in the sense that some people will be expecting some things to come their way the way they expect, and unfortunately that may not likely happen. This is expected in any gathering where you have leaders, and if the top leader has passed away, other people would come in. Another leader would definitely take over, who would effect changes that may not favor a lot of people. It will favor some and it won't favor some. This happens in virtually every setting, not just in the Christendom, but even in social settings. This happens a whole lot. So it's not going to be a new thing. If people are not happy with her leadership, you will definitely find such happening. Friends, I'm leaving the video behind so that you can also watch and see how this eviction is happening. Thank you for coming up today. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.
Those big ones I want to see.